Hey everyone, I'm going to read a story today that is called The Grapes of Math. It is a story to show you that we have math problems all over the world and you don't even notice them until you see it. So I'm going to have two parts to this story since it's so long. So this is going to be part one, and then I'm going to make a part two to share with you later on in the week. So this is The Grapes of Math by Greg Tang, illustrated by Harry Briggs. This first story is called Fish School. Fish School. Of all the creatures in the sea, a fish is smart as can be. While others swim and play it cool, a fish is happy in a school. How many fish are in this class? Answer quick and you will pass. Here's a hint, a little clue. When counting fish, just look askew. So here's a picture of a school of fish. It says to look askew, which means to look sideways at some rows or columns. If I flip this picture a little bit, doesn't it kind of look like an array, what we've been talking about this week? Yeah. So I see 4 rows and 4 columns. So we could say 4 times 4 is 16. So there are 16 fish in this school. The grapes of math. I stroll along a vineyard path, and I see the grapes of math. Overhead the sun is blazing. Soon each grape will be a raisin. How many grapes are on the vine? Counting each takes too much time. I never fear, I have a hunch. There's a match for every bunch. So if we look at this vineyard, which is a place that grapes grow, can you see a pattern of numbers? Maybe you notice making 10. Do you see 7 grapes? And then 3 grapes make 10. And 3 and 7 make 10. So I have 10, 20. And then I have 3 and 7 down here. That makes 10. So 30, 3 and 7, another 10. That makes 40. And 7 and 3, another group of 10. And that makes 50 grapes. This one is called Snail Parade. One day while walking through a glade, I came across a snail parade. Rows and rows of snails I spied. How do I count them all? I cried. Don't just group the ones you see. Consider where a snail should be. So this picture, there's a perfect group of 5 snails at the top. And then the purple snails underneath are missing 1 to make a group of 5. Is there a way that you could maybe take 1 from the bottom and insert it to the top? How would this be easy to count up? Think about it. I'm not going to tell you the answer to this one. See if you can find the total, and I'll tell you at the very end. If you want to pause the video and count, you can. This one is called Ant Attack. It's a picnic, the ants all screamed. How many ants are on the scene? Try to count them one by one. Before you finish, they'll be done. Find a square before you count. Soon you'll see the right amount. Here are a group of ants, kind of like an array, but there's not an equal number in each row. So the first row has 5 ants, and then 4 ants, and then 5, and then 5. So how could you count these up really quick? I could probably use a repeated addition sentence for the 5 plus 5 plus 5, and then count 4 more after that. So I know that 5 plus 5 plus 5 is 15, and 4 more makes 19. So there are 19 ants. See how there's math and everything? This one is called One Hump or Two. Rugged Campbells on the go, despite of lack of H2O. They trek all day under the sun. Some have 2 humps, others have 1. Can you add the humps you see? Don't just count them 1, 2, 3. To help you find the right amount, group by 5s before you count. So just like making 10 partners, we can have making 5 partners. Whoops. So you could put together 2s and 3s to make 5. Some camels have 2 humps and some have 1. Pause the video and see if you can figure out how many humps there are all together without just counting them one by one. Group them together to make groups of 5, and then group the 5s together to make groups of 10. I'll let you know at the end how many humps there are. This story is called Sweet Cherries. Apples are crabby, blueberries are blue, cherries are sweet, and so are you. How many cherries do you see? Please don't count them separately. Pair the cherries bunch by bunch. Add them quick before their lunch. So we have groups of cherries here. Is there a fast way to add these up all together? I see 5 at the top and 5 next door. 5 plus 5 is... Then I see 6 and 3 in the next row. So I have 10 plus 9, that makes 19. 19 plus 4, 20, 21, 22, 23. Plus 7 more, 23 plus 7, that's making 10. So that means there are 30 cherries. So that is part 1 of the Grapes of Math. Oh, I forgot to tell you the answers, didn't I? If you said there were 22 snails, you are correct. And if you said there were 25 humps on the camel story, you are correct. All right, so I'll be making part 2 soon. And you guys have a great day.